What's going on, everyone? This is Antonio, the Shotgun Jackson, DJ Baby Boy, what have you. And you guys know who she is, Dark Angel. She's in the building. And we are actually going to come to you guys, and we're going to talk about something really, really deep here. Something that was brought to our attention, actually. And I'm going to have her kick it off, and then I'm going to come in with my 2 cents. So, Dark Angel, take the floor.
Okay. Thanks to someone on my Facebook page. They brought something to my attention, so I did further research on it. And what the hell is wrong with President Obama? Can I ask that question? And let me ask this other question: what the hell is wrong with people that even made him the president, even voted for him as to be the president? Like, I knew from the get go that ever since, like, when he ran for office and shit like that, and when when the time to vote for him, I didn't vote because, first of all, I wouldn't vote for someone like him. Not because he's black, not because he has Arabic in him or any other nationality in him. It's because of the simple fact that I knew that we were going to have some issues with this motherfucker. Yes, I said motherfucker. Excuse my French. The simple fact that this dude is making these concentration camps in the U.S. and trying to sit there and say that, oh, well, we're trying to make our country safe, and we're gonna send innocent people to jail for crimes that they even haven't even done yet or may never do. And it's like, where's the fairness in that, and where's the democracy in that? Basically, President Obama is saying, "Fuck your freedom. Let's just arrest you for no apparent reason." So I got a question. So supposedly if President Obama feels that someone's going to commit a crime in 10 years, okay, how about my 4-year-old daughter? Well, she's going to be 4. What can we say about that? She's going to be 14 years old in 10 years. So you're trying to say, President Obama, that when my child's 14 years old, she's going to commit a crime? So what you're going to do is arrest a 4-year-old? Because you got to look at it. There's kids involved as well as adults. So I'm not, like, my head is spinning right now with all this. And then on top of it, like, you're not, like, you're considering not doing, like, a fair trial with all this. Like, that doesn't make sense. Anything you want to say to this?
First of all, from what I've seen from the report, I guess the whole inspiration behind this was the movie that Tom Cruise did. She said Tom Hanks, but it's okay. Tom Cruise did the Minority Report, where I guess they go into people's futures and they see that these people commit crimes in their futures. So what they do is they arrest the people now to prevent that from happening. And at the end of the day, I look at this whole thing and I say, well, first of all, Minority Report is just a movie.
Exactly.
It means it would never. It means there's no such thing as going into the future. There's no such thing as predicting the future. Even though there's people that call themselves psychics or mediums or what have you, but there's no such thing as going into somebody's future and saying, "Oh, you're gonna end up killing somebody, so we're gonna arrest you now."
It'd be like saying, like I said, was my point exactly. What about kids? They're gonna look at a child and be like, oh, well, you're 5 years old, and by the time you're about from 10 years now, you're gonna commit a crime.
First of all, I resent that because she knows my baby cousin Jaden, and Jaden is what 5, 6 years old, right? So for him being black, well, whatever, black, you're pretty much gonna put my baby cousin under arrest for committing a crime by because he's black and what have you, and it's like, okay, well, we're just going to arrest him because he's going to most likely commit a crime. And one thing I look at is that I kind of look at it, and I don't mean to play this card, but in this topic, I think is appropriate. I'm looking at it from a race card because if Obama goes through with this, he's going to send every black person to this thing. Why? Because he's afraid that us being African American, we are most likely to commit a crime. Because let's be honest, you guys are looking at this video now, And you guys are looking at a black person and a white person. And out of both of us, you guys are going to probably say, "Oh, Antonio's going to commit a crime in the next." He looks like the type to kill somebody or the type to rape a child or what have you. But then you look at her, it's like, oh well, I feel bad for her because she's a defenseless white girl and there's nothing she's gonna do and just gonna let shit happen. But I think the point we're trying to make is that Obama doing this plan, I think, is the most fucked up idea in the world. And let me just say this for the record. I don't give a fuck if the YouTube president hears this or whatever. Yes, I may have voted for Obama, but I never thought in a million years that Obama would even think of an idea like this, which makes me regret voting for him. And
let's put it this way: when Hitler died, and when the Jews won their freedom from the Holocaust, concentration camps were supposed to be done. Now, since for a known fact that there's concentrations here in the U.S., to remind you, in Arizona, like that doesn't make me feel comfortable. Like Hitler was a dictator. He that's why he made these concentration camps when the Jews, to put away Jews, because he wanted a certain way of look. And the funny part about that, he was not even a blonde hair, blue eyed person, and which didn't make sense.
sure.
But now we got our president. We're supposed to be living in a democracy, and now it feels like this president is trying to make it into a dictatorship. Okay, like that's what it reminds me of. Like basically, we don't have the freedom to say or what to do without anybody thinking that we're gonna commit a crime in the future. Like that's bullshit. Like there's no other way of saying it. And if President Obama ever sees this, I hope he does come to me. I'll be the first one that he comes to, and I'll tell it to his face that you know what, you're bullshit. This is supposed to be the land of the freedom.
Right.
Not land of the dictatorship. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
That's why every year, not every year, but every 4 years, we always do presidential elections to give people like us a chance to have our opinion and shit. But in this particular situation, you're not allowing the American people to really make their say in this. Because President Obama knows good and damn well that all the American people are going to say fuck no to this thing. So he figures, okay, let me play the Hitler route and say, you know what, we're gonna make these camps no, my bad. How did he politically say it? Prolonged detention.
Yeah.
Yeah, prolonged detention. What the fuck is prolonged detention? What the fuck is that?
Exactly.
I mean, that doesn't even make that alone doesn't even make sense because, like she said, the U.S. of A. is supposed to be the land of the free. And a lot of people from different countries say that America is the most richest country in the world. They feel free here. They feel like they can make the American dream, accomplish the American dream, and all this shit.
That's why you got people there, like you said, come from different countries like Africa, the Arabic countries, and places that have dictatorships like Cuba. That's more of a communist. Well, whatever. Wow. But no, actually, it's a dictatorship / communist in Cuba. But that's why you got people there literally swimming for their freedom. Like that. Remember that little boy and his mother? The little boy was, the mother was trying to swim into Florida because our country is supposed to be the land of the freedom. Like our freedom is here, and that's why a lot of people from different countries come here because they want their freedom. They don't want to be told, well, you gotta do this and you gotta do that, blah 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 blah. Like, okay, when you come to America, yeah, we have freedom, but we are at the understanding that there is laws that we have to obey. But for the president to sit there and say, well, you're going to commit a crime in 10 years or 5 years or 4 years down the road.
Or whenever. Pretty much the future.
Like, what is that telling the people that are trying to fight, trying to win, trying to get their freedom and to come here? What is that telling those people?
What
is it telling us as Americans what is that telling us? Like, basically, we're supposed to say fuck our freedom.
And another thing I want to get on, well, me and Dark Angel are going to get on, is that if that's going to be the case, not only do we look at adults like us and children, here's another question. How the fuck do you look at the U.S. military? Because in all seriousness, if you look at the military, rather your Marine, Navy, Air Force, doesn't matter, you're trained to pretty much kill. You're trained to kill the enemy. You're trained to protect the U.S. soil. So if Obama goes through with this, let's say there's a future war and he needs people. Oh, gee, that's right. We're all locked up because of your crazy paranoia, paranormal fucking idea that everybody's going to commit a crime. Okay, like I said, what about future wars? Where are you going to get your troops? How are you going to get these training camps started? And all this stuff, man.
Exactly.
Let me tell you what the problem with Obama is. And I'm going to tell you straight up, okay? Obama got this fear. He talked about, oh, we're making this decision not out of fear. Yes, you are. Because you're afraid that the next day another terrorist attack is going to happen and what have you. Guess what, Obama? You're not the only person. Everybody in America is
Can
afraid.
I say something about this whole thing? Okay, I gotta say something. 9/11 would never have happened if George W. Bush would have actually took the threatening letter that he received. And there's document. I actually saw like a documentation on this that he got a letter stating that there was going to be a threat on the Twin Towers as well as a couple other places. He didn't take that in consideration. So what freaking happened? 9/11 happened. The Pentagon fucking got hit. The freaking, like, if if the presidents would to like actually take in consideration these threats and considerations and actually like make sure that the airports like were more secured, maybe the whole thing with 9/11 or the Pentagon or whatever wherever else would never have fucking happened. Freaking millions of people's lives would have been gone. Like, this is what I don't understand, and this is what I have a problem with. This freaking like to be honest, I'm ashamed to say that I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm ashamed.
In a way, I am too, because because we go our way, we get out our way, and we put our lives in the hands of the president. And when the president's main job, not just making decisions and whatever, but the main job as the president is to protect the lives of the citizens that you are leading. As a matter of fact, as a president, we are the followers. It's like the shepherd and the sheep. The shepherd is like the leader of the sheep. So we look at Obama as the shepherd, if you will, and we're looking at him as the leader. And the thing is that as a leader, you're supposed to not save us, but you're supposed to like protect us from harm. And with 9/11, the 9/11 conspiracy and even this bullshit, how are you protecting us? You're not even like, you may be, in your eyes, Obama, you may think you're protecting us, but in this case, it feels like you're setting us up for future catastrophic disasters. Okay,
or failures,
or disaster failure, however you want to call it. So, how we look at it, this whole thing is definitely not sitting well with us, especially me as an African American, because once again, if this whole plan goes through, he's going to target all the minorities, not just African Americans, but also the Latinos, the Asians. You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking he's going to go after all the minorities, but really though, no fair trial, no going to court, not even being read the Miranda rights and all this stuff. Like, come on now. What does America come to? Let's just say that. What the hell has America come to? Like, we're supposed to be a democratic country where, just like what Dark Angel said earlier, we don't have a dictatorship. We don't have those people that say, okay, this is going to happen now. We have the right to vote. We have the right to have a democracy. In this case, I guess there is no more democracy, because now we can't say how we feel. But this is why I love YouTube, because we we can sit here and make a video like this explaining how we fucking feel. And do you know what? I'm gonna say this. If I get kicked off of this website or banned from this website for making this video, then guess what? It was well fucking worth it. Because I'm not gonna sit here and make a video or sit here and let something go on, and I feel like there's nothing left to say. And guess what? There's gonna be a million other Americans that's gonna make this video, and it's gonna probably say something about this particular topic. Now, me and Dark Angel want to remind you that this video will still be up on YouTube if the president or whoever doesn't take this off or force me to take it off. We want to give you guys the opportunity to tell us how you feel about the situation. If you guys don't know about the situation, you guys can go to CNN or any other big time news media, whatever they got, and read the situation on yourself, and give us your thoughts on how you feel about this topic. Obviously, you heard how we feel. Now we want to know how you guys feel. Dark Angel, you want to say any last words?
No.
All right. Well, we want to thank you guys for your time and thank you for watching this video. Normally, we don't do videos like this, but we feel that as Americans, we have the right to a free speech, and we have the right to use the media. Just once again, it says in the Constitution or the Bill of Rights or what have you. And once again, let me just point this out. We're not using this video as a sign of terrorism or a sign as a rebellion. We're just using this video as concerned Americans, just to ask the president, what do you mean by this? Hopefully as Americans we can get closure for this topic for everyone,
Exactly.
man, woman, boy, and girl, kids included. So once again, thank you for watching this video, and we hope to hear from your response. And take care, be safe.